As you were building up Midpage, what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced, especially when working with non-deterministic code?
Yeah, that's definitely a small challenge that this used to work, but no longer does. When some model was updated and then the output doesn't get parsed correctly anymore or something like that. I think it's important to have a more fuzzy testing approach in terms of you automatically you always look at some of the outputs that your users were shown, and prompt layer is a good tool to look at all the prompts that were running through your developer environment or your alpha environment, and then make sure that you can mark those that are suspicious or just look at some of them manually. And in the future, I think there'll be much better, more matured tool environment where we can even automatically flag things that sound suspicious, where right now that is manual. But other challenges, I mean, of course, initially there was a lot around, oh, these models are so slow, latency is an issue. There's also, it doesn't quite feel right to spend a lot of time prompting around. And we still do a little bit of that. It's gotten better with newer models and more experience and better tools. But I think that problem will disappear over time, just as the foundation models and the sort of whole infrastructure layer around them gets better at doing it. Because we all know that you can give a model 10 examples of what to do in the context, and that was great. Now we have API fine-tuning, so we can do even more than that. And in the future, what I'm looking forward to is when you don't even have to select which model. You don't even have to select, okay, this requires this amount of intelligence. But instead, I just want one API where I can send the question, and if that is some lower intelligence model that is cheaper to run and faster, it can decide after producing an answer, is that answer, does it convince me or not? If not, maybe it goes to the more intelligent model. That whole process of using these things should be much more intuitive. And that's not something that we should consider our core expertise. Those things are changing quite fast. So the real challenge is how can you build a UI when the whole underlying machine is like changing really, really fast?